Welcome back to the Los Alamitos preview show. As mentioned earlier, we have some major Derby action this weekend with the finals of the La Primera Delano Derby for the fillies on Saturday and the El Primero Delano Derby for the colts and geldings here on Sunday. And a trainer is going to be very busy saddling horses. Obviously, is Adriana Aceves, who won all three of the El Primero Delano Derby trials and also has a qualifier in the La Primera Delano Derby. Here's Orlando Gutierrez talking to Adriana to find out about her horses going postward this weekend.
And what a great weekend of racing here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. And we have Derby finals this weekend, the La Primera del Año Derby on Saturday night and the El Primero del Año Derby on Sunday. Now on Saturday is the girls in the La Primera del Año Derby. I'm talking here with trainer Adriana Aceves. You're going to be very busy this weekend. You'll have Miss Special Regard in the La Primera, but also in the El Primero del Año final on Sunday. You have three horses going in, including fastest qualifier, Mi Viejo. Let's talk about the filly first, that race on Saturday night. Miss Special Regard ran a great second place as a big long shot. How do you see your chances in this pretty wide open race? There are some very tough horses in this one, though.
Yeah, I like the 4-hole for her, and last time she did amazing. Second place is not bad, and she was pretty long shot. I think she can improve a little bit more, so hopefully this weekend we'll do good with her.
Now let's talk about the El Primero del Año Derby. Mi Viejo coming into as the fastest qualifier. He missed the Winter Derby, but there were some circumstances. He was just about to get a little sick. A few days after the Derby, he got a little ill, but then came back pretty great in the El Primero, right?
Yeah, he was a little bit sick, right, the trial time, and then he didn't do good, but we always had a big hope on him, and this trials, they just came amazing, so he can do good.
And El Compa, impressive victory. Tell me what happened towards the end of his 2-year-old year, because that kind of hampered his chances to do really well in those $1 million races.
Yeah, he had a little abscess going on right hand, and that affected him a lot. But he still proved that he could do it on the consolation for the $2 million. And now he just came back, and he's just doing well. So
super impressive in the trials. In fact, your husband Rodrigo Aceves felt that wow, what a race he had in the trials.
Yeah, I mean, we're all pretty impressed and happy with these horses, and he really liked it, and I think those two horses, it's going to be a tough decision for him.
Now, Mi Viejo named after the owner's grandfather, Mr. Vega, and El Compa, kind of a funny story. Can you tell us a little bit about the two of them, their relationship when they were born?
Yeah, he was named after his grandpa, and then El Compa was born the same day, so he just that's his little buddy, and that's why they named him El Compa.
Now let's talk about Eternity, a horse that you claimed just before the Winter Derby trials. Ran well for you, but really showed his stuff in the El Primero del Año Derby trials. Nice surprise, right?
Yeah, it's amazing, how he came back. That race, he didn't do any good, and we didn't lose the hope with him, and we gave him another shot, and it's just amazing. He did great, and it's just surprising, but he was pretty long shot, and he's doing good.
Let's talk about the night of the El Primero trials night. Very emotional night for you. It worked out well, but can you tell us a little bit why it was so special?
Yeah, the trial night, it was just really special. It was my mom's dead anniversary, and it was pretty upsetting at the morning, but it came back well. So I know she's with me, and she's always supported me, and she's still with me, and I think that's my biggest angel. And so hopefully in the final we'll do good.
And what's it like to work so closely with your husband Rodrigo? He's here riding a lot, your horses, and even your children come out to the races, love the sport.
Yeah, it's nice. I always love the family support, and my dad always supports me too, and he's always here helping me too. And to have Rodrigo coming back after all those injuries, and he's still doing good, it's just amazing. I love family support.
It's going to be a great weekend here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. The final to the La Primera del Año on Saturday and the El Primero del Año Derby final on Sunday night. Don't miss them. Back to the studio.
Well, again, the best of luck to Adriana Aceves and Les on Sunday. Qualified 3 horses, winning all 3 trials for the El Primero Delano Derby. Rodrigo Aceves qualified each one of those horses. He selected Mi Viejo. Joe Padilla Jr. going to come in to ride El Compa. So you have a 1-2 punch with those riders.
I think both horses can win, and I think maybe at Rodrigo, I thought maybe made the right choice because Mi Viejo, I thought his last race was his best performance of his career, and also he's so easy to ride. So Rodrigo and Mi Viejo, that's the horse to beat.
Right, but last week we were talking. You thought my favorite check, and we like Corona.
Yes,
They're not from the Adriana Sivas barn, but John Cooper has My Favorite Check. Jose Flores, We Like Corona. You thought both horses could improve their numbers.
Well, on numbers, talking about based on just the clocking, My Favorite Check is the best horse, but it's about horses that can easy to ride and no mistake. To me, he was the best horse on the ability. But watch for My Favorite Check there. This horse will be flying late with a clean trip.
Right, and the big question about Mi Viejo doesn't always break well.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of question marks in the El Primero Delano Derby, which I think is a lot more wide open than the race that Just Good Reason figures to be the heavy favorite in the finals of the La Primera here on Saturday. But we have racing